Welcome back to the ESL India Premiership 2018 Summer Seasons' Masters League. Now, we have a Counter-Strike Global Offensive game lined up for you guys. So, this is going to be pretty interesting because this is an SRA versus VAC Banned game. And as we all know, VAC Banned have failed to accomplish anything big in the Masters League so far. So, let's quickly take a look at the first team here, SRA, Slaughter Rage Army. All right, that's Team Slaughter Rage Army for you guys. They're pretty interesting and intense team there. Now the opposition, VAC Banned. All right, so that's Team VAC Banned for you guys. Not taking away anything from the expertise these pro players have, but VAC Banned definitely needs to show us some intense gameplay, which results in a victory because points matter in the Masters League. Let's see how this game turns out. Team SRA versus VAC Banned.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the ESL India Premiership, the Masters Division. Today's game is going to be played on Inferno yet again between SRA, that's Slaughter Rage Army, and Team VAC Banned. Now, Team VAC Banned has gotten off to a rather slow and sluggish start, and SRA have had mixed results. So let's see who's going to come out on top today. SRA just had a pretty decent showing at Edge in Kolkata, the Techno Edge tournament that was just concluded, and I think they placed third runner-up or something like that. But Sai was in that team, and it was a mixed team, but the core lineup still remained the same. Anyway, we do see SRA bunching up towards mid. Guru going on a solo fact-finding mission, and Rane Kaka over towards Arches, spotting for any early mid aggression. There's no trade potential for him. The rest of his teammates are all the way back towards balcony, and there we go. Rane Kaka spots out Guru, rattles off a shot. The B defenders are still, playing way passive at the top of Banana, and the A hit is coming in. That nade's gonna go sailing in. Macho's gonna catch it with his teeth. The Guru down to 37 health. In the meantime, Rane Kaka, Chris, Jimmy, all the A defenders are chiming in with quick kills, and Spawn just spraying and praying with that USP, not able to find the quick kills. And even though I think VAC Banned got the opening 2 frags, somehow SRA have managed to turn things around. But just as I say that, free kill, crisp little headshot onto Dream, and now it's a 2v2, but Jimmy bites the dust. Guru even on 33 HP, proving to be a thorn in the side of VAC Banned, and there we go, a flex with the triple kill, Guru with a double kill. That's that's the full house of frags being shared between the Guru and a flex. And with that, SRA see off the first pistol round. Now, Inferno, a lot of people still seem to think that it is a CT-sided map. It's really not. It's actually an economy-sided map. Whichever team, can keep the opponent's economy under check is the side that will come out on top of the half, regardless of what side they start on. So it's a common misconception that it's a CD-sided map. Counter-Strike Global Offensive is in general a very CT-sided game, but if you can keep the CT economy in check, and that's the balancing element that Valve have gone for, the CT economy being so hard to maintain, that, you can actually come out on top regardless of what map, except Nuke. Nuke is CT-sided. That is one hell of a CT-sided map right now. Anyway, it's an apartment stack by VAC Banned, and we do have Dream just trying to play the lurk role here while the rest of his team rotates towards the B-bomb site where there are 2 players lying in wait. Those are going to be Spawn and Free Kill. Spawn spots off a couple of players, and both of them rattle off a couple of shots, and we do see the B hit coming in. Oh my god, Guru completely blinded, and it looks like this is going to go south. Negative finally gets a kill, but free kill still staying strong, and it's just gonna come down to Macho in a 1v3. Chris has recovered the ump. Macho in a world of trouble. And down he goes. My God. I mean, I wait for the day that Indian teams figure out how to play the anti-force. Come on, guys. It's just pistols. Just pistols. Win it. You have so much utility. Now it's going to be SRA's turn to force it up. And VAC Banned's turn to play the defense. Play defense against the armor pistol buy-up coming out from SRA. I hope VAC Banned have got something, you know, in the kitty to try and stop the pistol onslaught. And it looks like it's a good start for VAC Banned. They've already obliterated Macho's HP down to 49. Can they hold on is the question. Spawn spots out a couple of players, and it's gonna be free kill who peeks out. Spawn and free kill. Oh my God, it's gonna happen again, isn't it? 2 rifles given up. The Guru with the AK-47 and the FAMAS being retrieved by a flex. The 2 of the heavy hitters on this squad. That's a horrible smoke for coffins, but Guru's just gonna mark it like a hawk. And Rane Kaka's gonna come out. The re-smoke's gonna go out. It's gonna be just as bad as the previous smoke, but that's at least going to deter Rane Kaka. In the meantime, Jimmy pushing up from Banana. Gets sight of a flex, gets 2 quick kills. It's a 3v2. Jimmy on 2 HP. Well, make that a 2v2 because Macho has gotten the kill. And now it's all going to come down to Guru on 36 point of health. Rane Kaka. Oh my God, Jimmy. What a shot. 4K for him. And wow, I am absolutely speechless. That was crisp. And well, what do you know? VAC Banned actually managing to hold on and win their anti-force. And SRA, because they got the bomb down, will they go for another armor pistol buy-up? Looks like 2 people are. They're going to get $2,400 for the next round. So, you know, they should keep the money around 26 so that they each have 5K in the bank so that they can go in for the full proper buy. And that looks like is going to be the case. And that was a close round coming out from VAC Banned. Like they lost a lot of players. They lost 3 players. So their economy is still going to be kept honest. And all SRA need to do is get a couple of picks this round, which they're more than capable of doing, to be very blunt. And the Guru, 33 HP already. Those nades, early nades up mid, doing a lot of damage. And the Guru down to 2 HP. Now Dream pushing Rane Kaka. Rane Kaka needs to be careful. That Molotov goes down, but Rane Kaka will burn the Guru and Dream Scream alive. And now Rane Kaka just continuing on with his reign of terror. Macho in apartment needs to be careful. Somehow the smoke is protecting him. Chris unable to get the peek on towards him. But there we go. The final kill. And that's a perfect round coming out from VAC Banned. Not a single point of damage taken. That is precisely what the doctor ordered. Now they can actually start consolidating their money and have another buy in them should they happen to lose this round. Because this is the round that SRA come out with the big guns, the armor, the AK-47, the utility. You name it, they've got it. So what can SRA do? And again, the early utility usage from VAC Banned doing a ton of damage onto Macho. He's down to half health. But no one else really much perturbed with the amount of utility that was just chucked towards Banana and mid. Oh, Jimmy making a boo-boo there, falling off the flower bed where he'd been boosted up on top of. And I like what Dream Scream's doing. He's gone and pushed up and secured apartment's control. But the question is, what will VAC Banned, how will VAC Banned respond, and what will the SRA do with the amount of map control that VAC Banned's giving them round in, round out? There is a gap in that smoke for free kill to exploit. Slight gap, which he can peer through the corner, peer out of the corner of. It's one thing to know your lineups and smokes, and it's another to actually execute them during the heat of the moment and a match. And it looks like it is going to be a B hit spawn with still the UMP and Jimmy with the M4. And the Guru finds Rane Kaka, but Jimmy gets one, gets two. Oh, looking the wrong way, and Spawn swings out. And that's the cleanup crew, guys, on towards the B bomb site. Free kill with the final kill. And that's 4 rounds on the board for VAC Banned. Things are looking really, really precarious for SRA. They can't seem to get it going. The utility usage has been questionable at best. And they've just walked in dry, very poor communications. You saw there, right? Guru does get the opening kill on Rane Kaka, and that's when the B hit takes place. And they just walk in one by one like lambs to the slaughter, looking the wrong way. Jimmy shooting from Fountain, but you have Macho and a Flex shooting towards Coffins, because that's where they thought that they were being shot from. And Rane Kaka with that early mid aggression towards Alt gets the opening frag, falls back, and can now just chillax towards Arches. Free kill now, taking a gander towards Boiler. He's gonna pay for it with his life. Bad move there, bad move. Macho, having recovered the AK-47, can actually try and do some damage. Also has Kevlar to work with, so it's not like he's completely naked and completely exposed to the elements of aim punch. But yeah, one headshot and he's down for the count. 4v4. Still doable for both VAC Banned and SRA. The Guru getting blinded and the Guru getting shot to shit. Rane Kaka, he's been a rock towards this A bomb site, and now it's time to Chris to join the party. He's gonna get 2. Rane Kaka gets the 3rd, and Rane Kaka and Chris, like I say, the full house of frags, and VAC Banned, like, just coolly and calmly coast on over towards 5 rounds. SRA still languishing at 1, and finally the AWP does come out for Dream Scream. I think that was his old name. Now he just goes by the moniker Dream. Or maybe he's just a completely different person. I don't know. It's Indian CS. People change teams and names like leaves falling in autumn. Anywho, good amount of utility. Full buy coming out for SRA. They have to make this buy round count. And they seem to have figured out the early utility being chucked by VAC Banned and have avoided the amount of damage that they were taking, which was quite significant actually towards the beginning of this game. And now they can actually regroup because they have some HP to work with and take some fights early on and be a little bit more enterprising. Because to be very honest, VAC Banned have been extremely passive. They haven't been contesting the map. They've just been sitting back, turtled up towards the A or B bomb side, and there we go. Guru gets 1, but does get immediately traded out. But there's Dream with the immediate follow-up trade. And wow, Dream! He's coming in like a wrecking ball. And he is in it to win it. Spawn is going to be the next to fall. Dream already on a 3k, having killed, well, everybody he's seen so far. And now that's all down to Jimmy in a 1v4. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. And Jimmy's just going to chill towards T-Spawn to try and save the M4, the armor, the kit. It's basically $6,000 worth of investment on him, and he needs to save it. I think he heard a Flex, and I think a Flex heard him as well. Yep. It was a two-way street there, Jimmy. And a Flex comes out on top. Regardless, SRA do put their second round on the board. That will actually and should inject them with some confidence, because they did that by keeping 4 players alive. A lot came down to Dream Scream just going absolutely bananas. I think 3 kills for him that previous round. And now they can start, maybe try and build off of that booster in confidence and get a couple of more rounds on the trot on the board. Rane Kaka also comes out with the AWP, this time not on to Spawn. He's going to mark towards mid. Needs to be careful, doesn't have any support towards alt mid. And realizing that, he changes the angle that he's been marking. This is a very aggressive angle. One flashbang and you have to fall back. And it is one of the most commonly flashed angles, but Macho wants to peek out dry, pre-firing him, catching Rane Kaka in the face with a 7.62 through the wall. That's what saved his life. Had that been a clean shot, it's good night Irene for Rane Kaka. And again, VAC Banned playing a very passive setup towards both the A and the B bomb site. They don't really care much for map control. They're more than happy to just give it to SRA and turtle up in sights and allow them to walk into the crossfires that they have set up. The question is, the thing is not the question. The problem is that if SRA were better at using their utility and knew the Molotovs and the smokes on this map, which I'm sure they do, they're just not doing them. I don't know for what reason. I mean, they could have just obliterated this defense, and look at that. The seeds of doubt have been sowed, and VAC Banned have rotated 3 players over towards the B bomb site while the hit is coming towards the A bomb site. It's just going to be the Guru to try and sell a fake, and he's selling it with all he's got. He's going to go in, get spawn. Does get one. That should hold off the rotation for a time being. A flex gets one more player. Macho gets spotted out by a flex on the cross. It's all going to come down to Chris in the pit. He's still staying alive somehow. He's just doing a lot of damage. Does get one more player. It's a 3v3. Can he do more damage? And he does. How is he being allowed to get away with it? Both the players are in the side. This is pretty piss poor post plants coming out from a flex and negative. And as long as Chris is alive in pit, this round is very much doable for VAC Banned. Wow. Wow, a flex. Wow. Even with Chris alive in the pit, a flex. And very poor post plant somehow. A flex brings it down to a 1v2. Negative hits the final nail into the coffin. Like hammers it, doesn't just hit it. Hammers it right in to, I think that was Jimmy's face. And SRA move on to 3 rounds. Scores at 5-3. Going into the 9th round, VAC Banned's economy has been, well, depleted to the point that they will have to go for an eco. And SRA have a very good chance of moving on to 4 rounds and then maybe even equalizing the score down the line, because it looks like they figured out VAC Banned's game plan. VAC Banned really need to switch things around, need to go for a little bit more aggression on the buy rounds. I want to see this coming out from them during their buy rounds. Going for aggressive apartments control, going for some info plays. Chris going to flash himself in. A flex going to catch a face full. A flashbang is going to fall back. There we go. Guru and Macho carving open the B bomb side all by their lonesome. A flex with a running headshot onto Rane Kaka. God damn. He's going to feel that into his afterlife, not just this world. And well, it's a 2v5. And free kill. Chris should just save. There's no guns to be picked up. Nothing to be salvaged. This just might as well save and not give your opponent any more economy. And or the satisfaction of having obliterated you with that AK-47. Well, there is a consolation kill there for free kill. He will manage to find the Guru and then falls back to relative safety and will manage to stay alive with that CZ. VAC Banned can go for a full proper buy, so can SRA. And this is going to be a rather important round for both teams. Not so much for SRA because they still have enough money to go for another buy. Quite comfortably that too, because negative is on $10,000. But for VAC Banned, it's going to be a question of, you know, carpe diem, or basically seizing the momentum, not seizing the day. Oh, Jimmy spots out the Guru. The Guru a bit too slow to react. Could have actually decapitated Jimmy there and have his head roll off listlessly on the ground, but unable to react in time. Spawn catching a face full of flash. This is not the spawn god Mohit Wakle. This is VAC Banned spawn. Oh ho ho. Macho. Pre-fire game on point. And just like that, free kills down to 49 health. The shrapnel and the spam just catching him, whittling away at his HP. And I like what the Guru's doing. He's just barreling his way in towards arches and gets one kill. Oh, almost falls back to safety. almost, because Jimmy does get him on the repeat, but the B defense again has capitulated, has fallen, and now Jimmy and Chris have a decision to make. Do they go for this retake or do they call the save? And I think it is the save call being like ringing out across the team. Chris calling it out like, भाई रहने दे भाई, 3 लोग हैं, फाड़ देंगे हमारी अगर हम गए, सेव करते हैं, अगले राउंड देखा जाएगा. And that's the right call in my opinion. They're going to be on the 4th round loss bonus, so that's going to be $2,900 for them. So they won't be able to buy fully, but if they save these 2 rifles, they can actually get armor pistol to bolster that buy and try and play around these 2 saved weapons. And then they can buy in the next round. But for all intents and purposes, scores are going to get tied. SRA moving on to 5 rounds, and they should be moving into the lead going into the next round, because I don't think VAC Banned will be... Like, it'll be folly for them to go for a full buy or a force buy into the next round. Good early Molotov there, from SRA to stop them from pushing the car position in Banana. But even though I said that it would be a folly, VAC Banned decided to go for the force buy, and Rane Kaka meets with a bullet to the face even before he catches a glimpse of an opponent. That's going to leave a very bad taste in his mouth. They've bought down to their last dollar. They're going to get $3,400 for losing this round. That is if they lose this round, because Free Kill seems to have other plans. He's equalized the man advantage, gets the kill onto the Guru. And very little utility left on SRA. They have a single smoke and just 1 Molotov remaining. A couple of flashbangs and a nade, but that's not going to be enough. And they have the right idea. They're again going to leave a flex here to lurk. The single lurk while they hit the B bomb site dry. And there's just Spawn here, waiting and watching, and no rotation has come in yet, so they're fairly convinced that it's going to be an A hit, and Spawn is going to fall without getting a single frag. Jimmy though with the AWP, and since there is no crossing smoke, he could possibly pick off a few stragglers trying to get in a cheeky peek. It's a 4v3 this time. VAC Banned are deciding to go for the retake. No, they're not. Jimmy's falling back. Why is Free Kill still there? Free Kill should fall back. 3 guns saved, $3,400 in the next round. They can go for a proper buy. A better buy than they had this round, definitely, for sure. So they are going to try and save all 3 rifles. And in fact, they can pick up an AK-47. Guru's lifeless body is just lying there towards shelter. And indeed, the FAMAS getting upgraded for the AK-47. And now it all comes down to try and save these rifles. Jimmy finds Macho, Chris finds Dream, and VAC Banned still have a way into the next round because, well, they get $3,400. Players with the saved up rifles can drop M4s and or other rifles for their teammates. In fact, Chris, because he had $6,000, will be dropping his M4 and upgrading to the AWP, while Jimmy drops a FAMAS for Spawn, and it's a pretty decent buy coming out for VAC Banned. Double op setup now. Can they make something happen? And indeed they can. Chris gets the opening pick onto the Guru. Guru being a bit too aggressive there towards mid, and his game has become a little bit predictable, considering VAC Banned have had his number for the past couple of rounds and not letting him have any impact whatsoever. I think it's time he needs to switch things up a little bit. Man advantage for Team VAC Banned. His own teammates Molly not allowing Dream to aggress further into the apartments. But Macho's here now, so with the C4 as well. They need to be careful. But again, it is such a passive setup. I like this angle being held by Rane Kaka, not one that's commonly checked. And Dream's elbow getting spotted, and Rane Kaka with the instant kill. Palak jhapakte hi, Dream ki maut. That sounds like a very cheesy news headline from one of those, you know, sensationalist news sites, news channels. But regardless, oh, Rane Kaka getting caught with his pants down, quite literally caught with a nade out. And free kill, stuck in 2 mines. Should he go for the frag? Spots out negative, gets the kill. He's the only defender towards the pit area. But it's a 2v5, looks very difficult indeed for SRA. And oh, what? Free kill with the fluff of dreams. And a flex. And what? I can't. A flex and Macho just waltz into the A bomb site with each and every single A defender shitting the bed simultaneously. It's like they all got a synchronized attack of diarrhea. They just all died. That was a... Oh my god, Jimmy though. Good shot. Macho playing the corner. Jimmy getting caught off guard. But now Spawn knows exactly where Macho is. And does not matter. It does not matter, ladies and gentlemen, because Macho is flexing and VAC Banned are capitulating and are shivering in their boots by what they see when Macho is flexing. Beautiful round, all coming down to a flex and Macho's tenacity and just the gusto and excellent aim that they possess and how they just cleaved open that A-bomb site and held on to it for dear life. Macho play being absolutely clutch in that previous round. Alright, timeout being called, and hopefully VAC Banned have figured out what they've been doing wrong, because after the first 5 rounds that they managed to win, they have just not had anything go their way. Oh. And again, the Guru needs to be careful. He has become a little bit predictable. Jimmy, on the other hand, he's marking that little gap on the smoke, around the smoke towards half wall in Banana, but he's going to go falling back. This has been a little bit of a problem for SRA, VAC Banned. Finally, there's Chris in apartments trying to get some early control. Dream needs to be careful. They seem to have an inkling that someone may have pushed up. And Dream Scream falling back, not really interested in taking the early fight. And they're going to aggress elsewhere. The Guru with the big green gun. Or in this case, the Zoom Banger Asimov. Trying to get something done, get the early pick. But free kill. He's going to go peeking right into the Guru's crosshairs. And he's going to just die. Rane Kaka in the meantime holding a nice angle. But there's the A defense yet again. Just falling listlessly by the wayside. They're like... I don't know. It's like an... I don't get it. That A defense has basically... The previous 2 rounds, words are failing me. It's been so bad from VAC Banned. A, they're playing too passive. They're denying themselves information. And B, when it does come down for the turtle to rear its head, they just go into ultra defensive mode. I don't even know what VAC Banned are doing. They have no map control. They have no information. And their aim is failing them when push comes to shove. This is just not going well for them. Did I hear some shank? Yep. Jimmy just shanked Chris. Interesting. Interesting. A masterclass in shooting yourself in the foot from VAC Banned. And it's going to be a B hit. Rane Kaka being boosted on top of first oranges with a CZ. Spots out Macho. But he's given away his position. He's going to go falling back. It's a 3-man stack towards the B bomb site. Can they do it? Can they hold on? Is the question on everybody's mind. Macho still with the CZ. Long range, not the ideal weapon. And indeed, he's going to find that out the hard way. Bullets to the face is all they get for their effort. And I think Jimmy's just going to hold on to this AWP for the last round. Yeah, he's going to go saving towards Speedway. Will the hunt come out? I mean, they should have an idea that it is going to be Guru's op that they will be saving and holding on for dear life. But why is Jimmy going for the retake? Are they insane? Thank you. Thank you. Better sense does prevail and Jimmy falls back while Chris just... He's the sacrificial lamb. He's the checkpoint for Jimmy to get warned in case there is some aggression from CT spawn. Macho being spotted out. Chris does do a lot of damage. Macho should just chill and fall back because Jimmy's marking the angle. Oh! Jimmy scopes out. Worst possible time, but Jimmy should be able to hold on to the AWP. And there we go. That's an op save. That's a huge investment to be carrying forward. And VAC Banned, with that saved gun and the double op setup being called upon yet again, will they be able to secure at least another round on the CT side? See, this is what I was telling you guys. Even though you guys think that, you know, Inferno is a heavily CT-sided map, it's an economy-sided map. SRA managed to keep VAC Banned's economy under check throughout their CT side, and look at the results. They just speak for themselves. And again, early aggression towards Banana, Jimmy getting toasted alive by Negative's Molotov. And I think Flex just realizing that they have the bomb dropped in spawn. And he's going to go playing fetch and going to retrieve it. And I like this from SRA. They get the initial pick towards B. They head towards A where they find spawn. And the Guru again bites the dust. But then Guru, Macho, Flex, they've been having a phenomenal first half. The three of them leading in terms of the kill count. While it's been Jimmy, Freekill and Chris doing the bulk of the heavy lifting. And that's really good from Chris because he is their in-game leader and he's always up there with the frags. He is a fragging IGL. Although I have to say in terms of IGLing, this CT side has been far from satisfactory. The Molotovs come raining in towards the B bomb side. Freekill peeks out, gets a lot of damage in, but not the kills. And again, this Coffin's smoke is really, really shit, but Negative just opens up Rane Kaka's throat and takes a huge steaming dump down it. Because even with the AWP, he's not able to get anything done. Spawn getting spotted out, just scoping out at the... Oh, that is when you know you're getting CSGO timing. When the timing just says, nah fam, you're not. Today is not your day. And that's exactly been VAC Banned's half. It's just not been their day. Timing, just not working out for them time and time again. And that is... I feel bad for them. Anyway, SRA, credit where credit's due. Excellent T-side coming out from them. 10-5 they end the first half. And now it's VAC Banned's turn to try and mount a comeback. They need this pistol round. They desperately need this pistol round. And if they can do it, well, there's still a window, a slight sliver of an opportunity back into the game. But it all hinges on whether they can pick up the pistol round and the subsequent 2 rounds as well. Just as I say that early aggression towards alt, Guru finds a pick, gets traded immediately. And Macho and a flex towards the A-bomb site. Well, there is a significant presence being shown by VAC Banned towards B. Macho peeks out. What timing! The timing of the gods. And Jimmy's getting whittled down to half HP. And they've gotten the information and they've rotated. Look at that. There's just one player towards B that's Negative. But, oh, Jimmy finds Dream. And Jimmy does still manage to stay alive and do a bit of damage as well. And now it's time for the gamble. Macho falls as well. Oh god, this is not good. Jimmy on 13 HP is just single-handedly handing SRA its royal ass on a silver platter. Finally, Jimmy will die, but the bomb has made its way towards the B bomb site. A flex with the kit. Well, he has to go for the retake. It's the pistol round. He could save the kit, take it into the next round, but I mean, might as well try it, right? A flex, he's feeling it. He's been hitting some nasty shots this first half. Can he channel his inner Dennis and clutch out the pistol round? Is the question on everybody's mind. Oh, well, a Flex does get a parting headshot. But that's too little too late. And he will have to make his peace with just the saved kit. Wow, okay. The Guru, again, the first one to fall. He needs to really find out how to stay alive a little longer than 10 seconds into a round. Because this is getting ridiculous. Time and time again, he just rushes in, gung-ho, finds one kill and then gets immediately traded. This time around, he just gets naded to high heavens. And it's not really working out. The Guru needs to stay alive. He is the linchpin. He is the playmaker for SRA. What a shot from Dream Scream. Just deleting Spawn from the server, still somehow staying alive. Finally does get overrun, and Negative now just runs out YOLO from the smoke, not managing to do much damage and just dying, falling like a sack of rotten potatoes. The Flex gonna go aggressing towards construction. Macho still alive with that pre-fire, but Jimmy's not gonna, go down just like that. Does get the kill, and VAC Banned secure their 7th round, and most importantly, they hold on to the against the anti-force, and now they can just mop up the hard eco that will come out from SRA. And this, like I said, this gives them a way into the game. They're going to be just facing a 2-round deficit, and it's workable. Like I said, as long as you can keep the opponent's economy under check. And if you just notice the previous round, right, SRA were 5-1, and from that they won the half 10-5. All you have to do is just find your way back into the half. Just figure out how the opponent's setting up and just keep twisting and hurting them where they least expect it. And that's how you win rounds and halves in Counter-Strike. It's about finding the weaknesses in your opponent's armor, the weak points, the shatter points, if I may say so myself. And that's Jimmy lining up the smoke for Arches. And it's a banana push. 3 players pushing, 4 players pushing, 3 players just dying, but a lot of damage has been meted out. But again, a Flex, the last player staying alive, he's like, what do I do now? We did do a lot of damage, but unfortunately, just could find 1 kill. Maybe a Flex is trying to go and retrieve that AK-47. But I don't think he'll manage to, because Chris peeks out from balcony and shoots a Flex in the gut a couple of 100 times, and down he goes. VAC Banned 8, SRA 10 going into the 19th round. It's the first buy round coming out from SRA in the second half. There's going to be no kits, and I like the fact that 3 of their players have opted out of head armor and have gone with the utility, because I think they know that VAC Banned have a tendency of buying up AK-47s at the first opportunity and not really continuing on with the rifle, with the SMGs. So good decision. They've opted for utility over head armor, which I am a strong advocate for. Negative getting stuck on the scaffolding there. And a Flex. They're getting penned down here, SRA. They're not going for any map control. These teams, they just don't go for much map control. They've completely given up mid, banana, nothing. They're all turtled into the bomb sites. And it's going to come down to the Guru to try and get something done. And he's going to go over peeking, gets taken down. A Flex with the immediate trade falls back. And the smoke has dissipated, but Negative. He's going to be holding an angle slightly too wide. And he's going to go down, and now Dream needs to keep the Dream alive. He's going to fall back towards Banana. Will they be expecting it? They should have heard him. Has seen Rane Kaka go towards construction. But Jimmy, that is overkill, Jimmy. Up to the face. Youch. Jimmy essentially kills Dream for 4 rounds in a row now. That's 436 points of damage being done to Dream in one shot. That is the very definition of good night, Irene. Well, looks like VAC Banned are not to be trifled with. They're not a team that just keels over and dies. And we've seen that even when they were 4v5 against War in their first game of this season's Masters League. They had that fighting spirit. They put 5 rounds on the board, 4v5. So we know that they're not a team that just ups and gives up. They are fighters. They have grit. They have determination. And they're just showing that in oodles right now. VAC Banned clawing their way back. Just a 1-round deficit now from a 10-5 half. VAC Banned have shown tremendous gumption to fight back. And they should be tying up the scores considering that SRA are going to be on a piss poor bye. Also a force bye. So they should be quite comfortably reaching the 10-10 mark and tying up the scores. Let's see though. Let's see. This is Counter-Strike. It's an unpredictable game, ladies and gentlemen. Anything can happen, especially considering that this is Indian Counter-Strike, where you take the rule book, you burn it, and then you throw the ashes into the river Ganges, because that's how much we follow the rule book on, on this side of the pond, as they say. Bapre. Rane Kaka, all of a sudden, down to 64 HP. And they're hearing this. And the Guru and a Flex, I think it was. Yeah, they're going to fall back. Again, relinquish Apartment's control. I don't get it. Where are your balls, SRA? You've bought the Mag 7. Take the goddamn fight. And I'm not a big fan of this smoke because it's a bit too deep. And it does allow Negative to play on the edge of it. And a Flex gets the opening kill. A Flex gonna get Molotoved off. He's still gonna find his way towards safety. Guru with the Mag 7. And they're just walking in one by one like lambs to the slaughter. And all of a sudden Spawn finds himself in a 1v4. Macho, Guru, a Flex. They've just gone and completely annihilated this A hit coming in from VAC Banned. And they win a round that they have absolutely no business winning. Easy upgraded weapons there. A Flex picking up the AWP. Macho upgrading to the AK-47. And Dream, because he had a CZ, upgrading to the FAMAS. I say upgrading with a bit of a pinch of salt because, Adi, I really like the guy. He is one of the best analysts in the country. And he really hates the FAMAS. He doesn't even consider it a rifle. He's like, the Galil is much more of a rifle than the FAMAS. And I have to agree, the FAMAS shoots everywhere and nowhere at the same time. Although, technically and theoretically, it's one of the easiest recoils to control in the game. It just doesn't seem like it. Anyway, Nade's being chucked down. Banana. Spawn is going to definitely avoid them, only taking 19 points of damage. But then he has been put in that one-shot headshot range for the M4s. Negative's going to get caught with a nade out in his hands, but does not matter. Negative swings out wide, gets the shot in, and manages to survive on 2 HP. Interesting. Interesting turn of events there for Negative. Jimmy trying to make some noise over towards the A-bomb side to try and keep the defenders rooted in their spot and not allow the rotation to come in. But it does look like it's going to be a B hit for all intents and purposes. And what worries me is that it's going to be Negative and Dream holding it. But Dream does have the AWP, so that's there. He has the cannon. locked and loaded, and Guru finds Jimmy, and Dream finds a bullet to the head. Falls back into the smoke, and Negative burns alive. Considering he was on 4 HP, there's not much he could have done there. And Dream is going to die without finding a single kill. It's a 3v3. And somehow VAC Banned have managed to win, pull this round back from the jaws of defeat. Macho avoiding that flashbang. Clearly a very low sensitivity player, the way he turned. And, well, I think a Flex just wanted to save, but Macho's like, "Arey yaar, main construction mein hu, aake thodi help to kar, nikalna hai mujhe." And a Flex is like, "Arey yaar, jab bola tha save karna hai, kyun ja raha hai yaar, kyun?" But Macho be like, "Hey, frag chahiye tha, IR ke liye khelna hai." And a Flex is like, "Ab mar sale, mar, main bhaga." And they're gonna just, instead of saving 2 M4s, SRA are gonna be saving 1. Anyway, VAC Banned again, proving to one and all that they are not mere pushovers and they're in it to win it. 10-11 is the score, and SRA right now need to figure out what kind of buy they want to go in for, because they have been reset. They won a round and they immediately lost the next one. So a force does look like it's on the cards, because Guru is on the double eco territory anyway. They're gonna armor pistol around the one saved M4. All right, let's see. Let's see if they can actually make something happen. It's gonna be a fast play towards Banana, and not much damage dealt by those nades. Unfortunate there. I thought that they would have done a little bit more and maybe even, you know, put a dent in the attack. But a Flex with the flashbang, not really catching anybody. Stares into two opponents, just staring him down. And that's when a Flex knew he effed up. And there's his bullet-ridden corpse towards the top of Banana. Down goes the Guru as well. But he does manage to bring Spawn down to 1 HP. But at this point, it's not about doing damage. It's about actually getting the kills. And Dream making a lot of noise towards apartments. Will get the kill. Does recover the AK-47. Can get the kill onto Chris as well. But nope. Chris a little too fast. In the meantime, Macho finds Jimmy. And Spawn still on 1 HP. Somehow surviving. I do not know what this man eats for breakfast. But clearly, cornflakes अच्छे हैं. And again, it's going to be Macho who finds himself in a 1v3. All he's looking for now are exits. Doesn't really care much about winning the round, because there's literally no way that he can clutch this 1v3. He's just going to sit in gutter and chillax for the time being. And there's Chris. He says, "Nope, no saving for you, my good friend. You are gonna die." And with that, VAC Banned have equalized the scores 11-11. All right, scores are tied. In the first time since the 10th round, the scores are tied. And SRA should be worried, because they've gone in for another force. I just don't get this team, da. I just don't get this team. It's like they've taken a page from the Mongols' book of how not to economics. And they constantly just keep force buying and force buying and force buying. It really triggers me. But then it turns out that they work out, and then the audience everyone's like, "Bro, you just noob caster. You don't know what you're talking about." And yeah, that doesn't trigger me as much, but it's the poor economic decisions that really get on my nerves from most of the times, to be very honest. Alright, the B hit is in, the B defenders are dead, and Dream should just look to save that AWP. There's no reason for him to go for that retake. And indeed, they're just booking it. Dreams put his Air Jordans on, and he is channeling his inner Usain Bolt right out of the bomb site, and he's gonna go chill towards T-spawn and be like, Baba Bal Bal bach gaye. Yeah, that's the right call in my opinion. And Guru with the MP9 might want to upgrade. Does spot out a player. That's a stupid move. Now they're gonna come and try and get these two guns out of your hands. Alright, Dream does manage to get one kill, repositions, and he will be able to save the AWP. But SRA, they're just digging themselves into an economic hellhole again with the force buy. Are you kidding me? Come on! Oh my god. This, ladies and gentlemen, is why recessions happen. This is called self-imposed demonetization. अरे काला धन नहीं है ये SRA, ये तुम्हारा धन है. बचा के रखो वरना घंटा कुछ बचेगा आगे के राउंड्स के लिए. And just like that, the Guru's dead because Jimmy's like, oh, force buy, cute, die. And well, it's a 4v5. VAC Banned have slowed the pace way down. Way down. And they're just going to let SRA out overthink themselves and just make questionable decisions. And just like that, Macho is going to moonwalk his way towards a kill onto Rane Kaka and brings it down to a 4v4. And now SRA are the ones who are rethinking their strategy and might just end up overthinking it and dying in return. That's just how this game's been. It's been a very confusing game of Counter-Strike with teams just winning rounds they have no business winning, losing rounds that they have no business losing, and so on and so forth. You get the gist, don't you? Wow. Okay. Wow. Again, the question is, will Dream try and save that AWP? He's not in a very good position, and the question is, no, he won't. He's dead. So 1v4, a flex is just like, ab kya karoon? Because he's literally caught between a rock and a hard place. Chris might be tempted to go for that AWP, which will be the ideal time for a flex to pounce. And yeah, a flex gets a hold of the AWP. Will try and escape. Free kill just around the corner. Jiggle peeking. Will get the angle onto a flex and down he goes. Free kill now should, well, they're not going to go for the AWP. It's Inferno. T-side, you don't really need the op. And like I said, SRA's money is bad. And will we see another force buy? Oh, Jesus. Sweet baby Jesus. It's another force buy. Well, that's a bit of a confusing situation for, well, SRA to be in because the Guru's bought up. He's got the M4 and the rifle, but none of his teammates are in any position to buy, well, anything. They're broke. They're like $3,000, $3,200 on an average across the remaining four. And the question is, should you go for the force buy again and essentially give VAC Banned the game, because you're gonna have to eco at some point to get a full proper buy, or do you let Guru be Guru and just do Guru things while the rest of you eco and then have a much better, much healthier buy in the next round with everyone going in with M4s, armor, utility, what have you. I think, yeah, they might just be pistol, the rest of the team might just go pistol armor and then have a full proper buy in the next round. But I think Guru's decision to buy into this round might have been, was definitely a bit premature. Should have bought with the team. But hey, Like I said, it's Indian CS. Teams have won rounds that they have no business winning. This might just be one of those Wadu heck rounds. Well, we'll just have to wait and see. Look at Dream. The man knows no fear. Man has balls of steel. Look at where he's playing from right now. Just look. Freekill seems to be aware that there might be a push, and somehow Negative gets the kill on Spawn, will recover the AK-47. And Dream's already in with the backstab, and Macho gets Rane Kaka. Macho does so much damage onto Jimmy. And this is just not going well. Free kill is just going to be a free kill for Dream. And how? Good God, how? Jimmy makes his position known, but Jimmy's so very low. He needs to be careful. Negative with the AK-47. He's pushed up Banana, getting a lot of control. I don't think he knows that Chris is in. Gutter does not matter. Negative will be able to flick on a Chris. And SRA win that round. After losing full buys, VAC Banned lose to pistols. Indian CS, ladies and gentlemen. Indian Counter-Strike Global Offensive will leave you more perplexed than a complex second-order partial differential equation and its solution. Quite sure that's going to happen all day, every day when it comes to Indian Counter-Strike. All right, SRA pulling around completely out of their ass like magician pulls out a rabbit from their hat. And can VAC Banned actually, get their just mental game in order, and can SRA capitalize on the fact that VAC Banned will be feeling cheated and bamboozled at this point? It all remains to be seen, because VAC Banned, for all their grit and determination, they are a team that feeds heavily off of momentum, and SRA are just the kind of team that they're the momentum killers. They'll just come out of nowhere, out of the blue, just completely bring your momentum to a screeching halt. There we go, Macho playing on the edge of the smoke. That's again a horrible smoke for Coffins. Negative gets the opening kill. Negative gets another. Everyone's just blinded, and there's a 4-man stack towards the B bomb side. There is a backstab coming in. That's Jimmy. But I think Dream would have heard Jimmy just thundering his way up towards. Does not matter. The time runs out. Chris is going to die after the time. That's no money for him. Wow. That's just sad. Wow, SRA pulled it back 13-13, and VAC Banned look a little out of sorts. That previous round was actually a testament to how out of sorts VAC Banned looked, because they didn't pay any attention to the timer. They got too tunnel visioned in trying to get that B control. They just lost it all. They just did not time that round well. Running out of time, running out of personnel, and running out of options. I think Guru's mouse might have come undone. Just shaking it like, kya ho raha hai ye? Abhi kyun? Anywho, Macho and Negative towards the B bomb site. They've held down the B bomb site like champions. And Negative getting a little bit ahead of himself, gets flashed. Decides to fall back. Macho's like, "Arey aaja yaar, let's give up Banana," because both these teams love their turtle setups. Just love it. And the one round that SRA did aggress, which was that round with the pistols and where Guru had bought up the M4, they were rewarded quite handsomely. Quite handsomely indeed. Negative all alone towards the B-bomb side. Help is finally arriving in the form of the Guru. They still have 2 smokes and 3 Molotovs left, but are they going to go in dry is the question. Looks like they are. Guru gets 1 kill, but now it's all going to come down to Negative. Negative gets spawned. Can he get more kills down? Yes, he can. Negative gets another. He's burning alive, needs to fall back. Doesn't matter. Gets the kill on a Jimmy and Chris. Negative, the one-man wrecking ball on the B-bomb side. He will not go down. He will not go out without a fight. He will not go quietly into the night. He will live on, and he will strike fear into the hearts of all the men who come seeking the B-bomb side. Mr. Negative is just an absolute beast right now. An absolute beast. Dream with a close angle, with the close op angle towards mid. He's going to fall back. Focus towards apartments. A flex. Playing brown halls or side halls or long halls or whatever you call it. And Dream, it's the opening pick onto the player peeking Boiler. And that's going to be 4v5. And VAC Banned look completely out of sorts. The worst part is they're out of money. They're not going to have... If they lose this round, SRA may as well... They may as well say GG, well played. Rane Kaka gets Guru. That's a very important frag coming in. And they're going to go pinstring the B-bomb. So that's the right call, because look at Negative. He's all the way up. Banana, down goes Macho. Dream's going to get blinded. That's a very good flashbang. Dream Scream needs to be careful. There's players towards arches. And a flex still staying alive. He's going to get flashed. They don't have a molly for Pit. And Dream's just going to shoot Rane Kaka in the butt. They almost line up for him, but Negative, he's going to come careening around the corner and bail his teammates out, and SRA move on to 15 rounds. That's match and map point. VAC Banned have no money. They're out of options. VAC Banned, how have you brought this upon yourselves? At one point, it was looking as though VAC Banned were easily going to cruise their way to victory because of the way SRA were constantly buying and buying and buying, just force buying themselves into oblivion. But then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, SRA just... Lady Luck just smiled down upon them, and SRA were like, aight. And look at Guru, he's just feeling it. Waltzes in towards mid, gets 1 kill, misses the second shot, falls back, knifes the ground in frustration. And a flex, he's gonna go pushing up, he's feeling it. Does hear someone, that's Jimmy, going into apartments, but he's already in with the flank, spots the bomb out. Oh, this is huge. This is huge. All he has to do is hold that angle and get the kill onto the bomb carrier once he comes picking it up. And he's done it. He's done the round. He's won the round. Look at the... Just based off of a Flex's information, just look at the change in the paradigm shift in the players. And all a Flex has to do is just guard the bomb. Dream taking a lot of noise, but again, it doesn't matter. A Flex has just got to guard the bomb. And that's it. A Flex has single-handedly won the game for his team. All he has to do is guard the damn bomb. And SRA 16-13, they take it. GG, well played. What a play from a Flex in that final round. And VAC Banned will be kicking them.